a lot of people have a lot of things to say about how you parent a child. Nobody knows how to do it better than you.
What has that been like? Being a new mom, balancing all that you have to do musically, getting yourself back out there, and of course, caring for a human being.
I read a lot of books, and let me tell you that all the books that you can read, nothing will prepare you for it than being in the situation.
Right.
My baby girl, she's very active, very active. Listen, she'll kick from morning till night. I didn't expect any of that. Um, she's just so precious though. As a balance, as it relates to the balance, I don't really know the extremities of how rough it can be because we're still in the pandemic. I'm still
Right.
not in a full work mode as yet, but I'm getting into the vibe because I have to go studio and I
Mhm.
carry her with me. Um, and I have to go to a photo shoot. She stay with her daddy. Sometimes, it's also good having your partner around and having
Right.
them in your life.
Being active.
Right? So I get a lot of help from my partner, and if I need help from my family, I'm sure. But I chose it. It's never gonna be a burden or too much of a challenge because I chose it. So I have to put my mind to dealing with it. You know what I mean? But it's not been too rough so far. It's not been too rough. I'm learning. I'm experiencing new things, learning more about her. She's learning about herself because she's growing.
Hmm.
But it's just all a joy. Great.
How did you feel in that very moment holding your daughter for the first time?
So real. It almost doesn't feel real. It's almost like, wait, this just happened? What do you mean? She was inside me and now she's out? It's just,
Hmm.
as you said, it's very emotional. It's very um, overwhelming almost, but in a good way. You know what I mean? And then everything happened so quickly, it seemed for me. It's just like, okay, now you gotta push. Okay, now she's out, she's crying. Okay, we clamped here. We clamped here. Okay, let's cut her. Okay, you need to breastfeed now. It's it happens so quickly, but it's all an emotional roller coaster, because you're experiencing pain. I would say trauma. That's traumatic, man, especially when a lot of things go on.
Hmm.
And bliss, pure bliss. Um, it's just a ball of emotions in one smack dab in one moment that you have to deal with, and it's almost like I had to relive the experience on another day to
Hmm.
really take in what really won. You know what I mean? Because it happened so quickly. But holding her in my arms for the first time, it was just pure bliss. It's just so much joy, so much happiness. The wait is over because she was overdue. Listen, I passed my due date and I was just like, girl, you need to get out.
This experience, being a new mother, how has it changed your perspective on life? Um, how much more do you think about the things that you do? How much more do you take into consideration the things that you say? How much more do you take in consideration your finances? How hard you now have to work? How has it changed your perspective?
I'm gonna be totally honest and say not much. I've always been level-headed. I've always had a goal. As I said, I've always wanted to be a mom, and I planned for this. You know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, oops, something happened, and now I have to deal with it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I always had um, the idea of being a mom, and then now it's come to life, and so I had all my plans ready,
Mhm.
um, all my what do I say now? The plan of how I wanted to raise her was already in the book, so it's not much. As I said, it's something that I've always wanted and I've
Mhm.
always imagined, and it's just now coming to life. It's
But has
fruition.
it given you a new lease on life, especially where your career is concerned? Do you now feel that need to go even harder
Of
and
course, I
chase
mean,
dreams?
automatically, you have a whole new human, you have a whole new person to take care of. So automatically, you have to you have to go harder. It's all for her now. It's not just me alone. I'm not just
Mhm.
living for myself. And she deserves the world. She deserves the best, and that's what I'm gonna give to her. And that's gonna come by me putting up my best foot and my best efforts in music. In my life, in my career path.
I know this now with her having been born in January. Sunday, when we celebrate Mother's Day, it will be your first Mother's Day. How does that feel? I mean, are you excited? Are you ready to hear, everybody calling you Happy Mother's Day? Are you excited to get the text messages, the broadcast messages? How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm ready for it all. I'm anticipating getting Happy Mother's Day messages because I've always been the one to send them, to my mom, to my grandma. It's exciting. It's all exciting. And it's good to be celebrated as a mother because we go through a lot, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, when Mother's Day pass, message me and I tell you how I feel.
Do you have any plans for the day? Because I know some mothers, even though it's the day for others to treat you, you
Mhm.
have some mothers who have like they know what they want or how they want to be treated on that day. Do you have anything special in mind?
Nah, I'm really simple. Happy Mother's Day will suffice. I'm
Mm-hmm. And
really,
maybe a
really
little breakfast
simple.
in bed.
Yeah, that would be nice. But I make the
Okay.
food because I make the food good.
Okay, okay. Alrighty. Um, so being a new mother, to your baby girl, does it give you a greater sense of appreciation for your own mother? I mean, we we love our mothers, but and I can speak from a personal experience. I never really truly understood all she had to do, all she had to sacrifice just so that I could be okay and so my brothers and sisters could be okay. So becoming a mother, has it given you a greater sense of appreciation for your own?
Of course, of course. Yes, it's the other day I was saying, when I was younger, I never know about all of them things here until, I'm now a mom. Um, I've experienced with other young children, and it's almost like you get why they used to say certain things because you end up saying the very same things that they used
Right?
to tell you sometimes. But yeah, no, I have an appreciation now for all mothers. You know what I mean? For all mothers, it's not easy. Even if you have the easiest pregnancy, it's not easy bringing life into the earth. And that's only the beginning because now you have to raise and make sure that your child is well taken care of, And listen, when the pinning them decide for rude and thing, I mean, man is not at that age yet, but
Mhm.
when they decide for rude and thing, and I was a feisty one when I was growing
Right?
up,
So
you know.
you're just anticipating that.
Oh man, my mom had to deal with a lot because I had a mouth on me and I had an answer for everything. So I know that it's not easy, now being in that position as a woman. Listen, I'm not ready, I'm not ready for the back talk, but
If you could send a message to new mothers, persons who are in the same position that you are in right now, you just welcomed your bundle of joy. What advice would you give them? What message would you send to them words of encouragement?
There are gonna be times when you feel like you can't do it, when you feel like you want to turn back, which is impossible. But it gets easier. It gets easier. You learn more about yourself, you learn more about the situation and how you can handle it. Um, and a lot of people have a lot of things to say about how you parent your child. Nobody knows how to do it better than you. You can seek advice from people when you're not sure, when you're lost, and there are gonna be times when you're gonna be lost, and you just need a word of advice. But you know what's best for your child. It's almost an innate thing. When you become a mother, it's almost like something that
There
just
it is.
activates, and you just know. So don't worry, it's gonna be all right. Sounds a little bit cliche, but it's gonna be all right. And trust your instincts.
How much are you looking forward to getting back to business? And this is where you talk about that fire EP that we've been hearing about.
Yeah, no, I've been getting back to business from before I popped her out. I was still working. But yeah, I recorded some of the songs off my EP while I was pregnant. Um, some before. Um, but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to just getting back full swing into the game because it's been longer coming, you know what I mean? And I feel like a fresh now, it's like a refresh, a restart. Because I've been through that chapter, I went through that chapter in my life, a long old chapter. I mean, 10 whole months, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's time to rejuvenate, come fresh. I'll cut me ear and thing.
Mm-hmm.
Change from them.
What?
I'm so excited to release this EP because I feel like it's not it's gonna show who I really am at the core musically. You know what I mean? I'm so excited for the songs. I listen to them almost every day.